ChatGPT looks really good. Why would we care about an open source alternative? Open source means we could run a model in our own environment. With an API, we're sending our customers' data externally. Don't worry, we won't do anything with your data. Did you use the data that you collected from ChatGPT for training your next set of models? But you're different. You're special. I wouldn't do anything bad to you. That does seem like a risk. Our data's pretty special. My team likes to pick the best model for the job. When I'm using an API, I don't know what model I'm using. I don't know what data it's been trained at. I don't know how it's the architecture of it. I can't explain any of the results. I can't modify or update it at all. Please, if you could do better, we wouldn't be here. Yeah, those AI teams are way overhyped. Fancy degrees with little results. Tell me about it. It took me years to get my team to stop working on video games. But now we've got it figured out with napkins. We're responsible for maintaining all of these systems. With an API, we don't know what version it is. And so if the version updates, which OpenAI has done in the past, it can break existing workflows. Additionally, with an API, we can't try to use this with different types of infrastructure and systems. We can't port it, for example. You don't need them. We've got an API. And with an API, who cares about the version? It's like your phone. Do you know what version your phone is? And at the end of the day, all you need is an API and the ability to use a napkin. IT's so hard to please. You have no idea how many times I have to log into some app with a crazy password. What's security like for you? Security's way overhyped. It's really about talent density, moving fast, and breaking a lot of things. We hand out root privileges when we onboard. Using a black box for sending our data over, as well as using this black box to generate data, could affect existing legal arrangements we have with third parties that provide us data, as well as open us up for legal liability for some of that content that's being created. Both Stability AI and Microsoft are currently being sued because their generative technologies both captured copywritten data and then generated that out again. We can have that same risk by using OpenAI. Blah, blah, blah. We got lawyers too. Lawyers, I can happily live without red lines. Seriously, how come no one considers their emissions? OpenAI is likely to become a large cost based on our past habits where we've used consumption-based pricing that's been available throughout the organization to many groups. Look at Databricks, look at Snowflake. Tell me more. From our examination, OpenAI is currently selling at cost. They're doing this to limit the amount of competition and hook organizations onto their technology. We call this the McKinsey opioid strategy. Look, all we want is what's best for mankind. I'm setting an open source first policy through the enterprise for the importance of our data governance and the flexibility of our IT infrastructure. We want to use the best tool for the job.